It's time for some insight to Israel. I'm your host, Natasha Kirchuk, and coming up, we'll reveal why Israel has been ranked as one of the happiest countries in the world. We'll sit down with the woman behind Israel's 2019 Eurovision hit, and we'll discover all of the secrets the city of Nazareth has to offer as we visit the city with two seasoned locals. What's the key to true happiness? Israel may have the answer because it's been ranked as one of the happiest countries in the world. So, check this out. Israel is the 13th most happy country in the world.
Welcome to Tel Aviv.
Wait, but aren't we in constant danger?
Well, that's the thing. You probably wouldn't expect little old war-torn Israel to make it into the top 15 happy countries. I mean, things don't look so good on the news. But here on the ground, the statistics paint a totally different picture. So what makes us so happy? No, guys, it's not the alcohol.
Cheers.
According to the United Nations World Happiness Report, there are 6 main factors that make us smile.
Healthy life expectancy.
Freedom to make life choices.
Trust in the government.
Generosity.
Income.
Social support. Wait, why is no food included?
Well, actually there is. I'm about to break down why Israelis are apparently so positive about their lives. People over here live for a very long time. Trust me, it's hard to get rid of us. Israelis have the 5th longest life expectancy in the world, with men dropping the ball at 81 and women partying until they're 85. And a lot of it has to do with health. Israel is the 10th most healthy country in the world, and we have the lowest rate of diet-related deaths across the planet. If you were in trouble, do you have relatives or friends that you could count on to help you out? Well, according to the UN Happiness Report, in Israel, the average answer is a big old yes. The Israeli family institution remains very resilient, and apparently, there's an overall feeling of solidarity with society in general. Maybe that's why so many people donate to local charities and offer generous help.
תגידי, מה, את סתומה? לא, כפרה עלייך, אין לך מוח בכלל, לא חבל על הרחם שלך, תביאי לעזור לך.
Plus, national identity is very strong in Israel, which could be attributed to the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, and the fact that everyone is obligated to go to the army. Also, we have hummus and falafel. To all the Israelis out there, this one confused me too. Yes, housing prices are high and salaries are questionable, but Israel does have a stable economy, and a big chunk of the public is benefiting from it. Israelis have a strong public healthcare system, reasonable university tuitions, and no matter how much they're making, they know how to spend it. Just look at the bars here. Are you satisfied with your freedom to choose what you want to do with your life? Well, the stats reveal that in Israel proper, the Israeli public generally doesn't feel like their rights are being encroached. This is a tricky one because with an obligatory military service and a very fine line between religion and state, there are a lot of mixed feelings. But hey, this is the Middle East. Let's be honest, measuring happiness isn't exactly simple. After all, if we had the recipe for it, the world would probably be a much prettier place. The UN Happiness Report doesn't have all of the answers. But no matter how many complaints you may hear from Israelis, the stats actually show that locals are more positive about their lives than they realize. It turns out the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Plus, we have beaches.
Tuspoa, Tel Aviv. Look the beach. Look how much everybody enjoy. Look the famous. Look, rich and famous. Madonna.
Speaking of happiness, Tel Aviv was an absolute party this weekend as Eurovision 2019 ravaged and I mean ravaged, the city. Now, sadly, Israel didn't win this year, and the Netherlands took the cake. But Israel is, of course, still super proud of its representative, Kobi Marimi, and the amazing show that the country put on for the world. So joining us in the studio is the performer and songwriter Inbal Witzman, otherwise known as Luca. And she wrote the song Home, Israel's emotional Eurovision song selection this year.
Hi.
Luca, Inbal, I don't know what to call you at this point.
You can call me Luca, it's
Okay,
fine.
Luca.
Yeah.
All right, so Luca, let's start from the beginning here. Now,
Yeah.
you have literally been in every single Eurovision event since it started.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get to be you're part of the team.
I'm a part of the delegation as, as a songwriter.
So,
yeah.
so tell us what you did.
It's basically for the songwriters. Okay, from the beginning, you have the part where you go to the production of the song, you contribute to the production, and afterwards, when it comes to the stage, you just come to support. You know, you have the director, you have the music producer, and you have the stage, and all you want to do is just support your friends in the delegation, and of course are represented, and just hug him because it takes your song and he makes it his own. So that was my role. Let's say
So
that.
basically, you were just fangirling really,
I
really
was
hard the
partying.
entire time. Oh, you were partying?
I was partying.
So you were the one who was partying while he was suffering, practicing
yeah.
over and over.
Yeah,
and over.
definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
That would make sense. That makes sense. Okay, so you did have to practice with him a lot. Obviously, this is a huge performance that he had to put on.
Yeah.
What was he feeling?
He was very emotional about it every time. Listen, it's happening in Israel, okay? And it's the Israeli audience, and of course, audience was also invited to see the rehearsals.
Right.
And in every rehearsal, you had like thousands and hundreds of people, and it was very emotional because they're screaming his name, they're screaming Israel. They put up flags, and it's like a shock every time he goes on stage, and you can see that. And then he comes down and he said, I'm with my ear thing, and I can still hear them. It's crazy.
Well, he actually started crying at the end
Every
of the
time.
performance, and he cries at the end of every performance. Can
Every
we actually
performance.
take a look at his performance
Wow,
last night,
he's
guys?
lovely.
All right, so this song is stuck in your head. Are you crying right now?
I'm about to.
I mean, what does it feel like for you to hear that every time?
I was there in the green room when there was like the big final. You know, we have the couch and we have the wine and we have everything. And I just stood. I took the Israel flag and I put it on my back and I said, "Oh my God, I'm serving my country. My song is representing, you know, our country, and 200 million people are watching it." And I imagined, you know, how he's feeling on that stage, and you can hear the screams, and it was unbelievable.
That gave me the chills. I mean, and it's true. That's, I think, why he broke down like that. I mean, just the support, you could feel it. And I was out in Tel Aviv last night. Oh yeah, I know. We're all in love with Kobi. The thing is, Kobi's just a sweet guy, and you can feel it through the screen. You know what I'm saying?
He's transparent.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the other performers who are at the Eurovision. Obviously,
I'd love to. I have a lot to say.
Oh, I'm sure you have a lot to say, girl. There are a lot of people who came from all over the world.
Yeah.
First of all, what was the kind of sentiment that you got from them in terms of their perception of Israel? Because there were issues, you know, related to BDS, the fact that this event was going to be in Israel. What did you say?
There were really, except one of them, the participant, there were really no politics involved in the process. They came for music, they came to have fun, they came to represent their countries, and most of them are just, you know, simple people that want to have fun and do music.
Right.
I met the Austrian girl. We had, you know, there was like the orange carpet event, and we were joking, you know, drinking cocktails, looking at, they printed faces of the participant on the cocktails, and she was like, "Oh my God, my face is on a cocktail." So these are the kind of people that you saw there.
Right, nobody's worrying about politics.
No,
It's just-
nobody did.
And this is, I mean, it's a very special event because not only are you performing, you're representing a country,
Yes.
you're representing a people, so
Yes.
there's a lot of kind of
There
pride
was
that comes
a
with that.
unity, and I can tell you something great that you couldn't see from home.
Yeah.
When the Spanish when the Spanish representative was performing, he was last, I believe.
Okay.
We did like a train, all of the delegation together.
No
you know,
way.
we were you know, holding each other's back. I was behind the Italian guy. Everybody just went through all the couches in the green room, you know, cheering and dancing, and it was beautiful. Think about it. It's the entire Europe and Australia in the same place. It's crazy.
Well, I loved Spain's song.
Yeah.
I thought, speaking of songs, okay, I mean, I thought Spain might have had the best party song, but what was your favorite song other than
Wow,
the
I think
Israeli
I have
selection?
a few. It's really hard. I have a few. Of course, solely the Italian. It was super
Yeah,
fun.
everybody was
I listened
crazy
to all
about
the
that.
remixes that there are on Apple Music. There are like 6 of them. It's really good. The Australian girl was crazy. The one on the
There
pole.
was something very interesting about that performance.
It was crazy.
Other than the fact that she was flying
She
in
was
the air.
flying, singing opera, and her song was fun. You know.
Everyone's like, she should just get an award for doing that.
She should join a circus. I think next time she should, try a different competition. Definitely, it was great.
Yeah, next Israel's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Okay, so you loved Italy, you loved Australia.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, but now, sadly, sad transition, guys. Where's the music on this one? Eurovision has ended. It has ended, and I know a lot of people are very down about this. We're seeing the memes online. What is your plan? As a performer, obviously, this is a huge, huge step in your career.
Listen, I'm 27. I released up to now 3 singles. Actually, one of them was last week. It's called "Back of Your Car."
Okay, can we hear that? Can we hear that
Want
right
to hear
now?
"Back of Your Car"?
Yeah, let's hear Back of Your Car. We have it with us.
Your blue Porsche. I love the back of your car.
This
Thank
song.
you.
Since the second I heard it, I love it. I just absolutely love it.
Thank you.
I have a question. I didn't think about this before. Would you consider trying to perform for Israel
For
in
the
Eurovision?
Eurovision, I don't know, because to reach the Eurovision, you need to go through the TV show, of course, the next star for the Eurovision. You need to come very, very prepared with a specific agenda, and the Eurovision itself is something really specific. And as an artist, I think I didn't quite decide yet if that's where I want to put my music.
So what's the hope? What is the next goal? And then we're going to unfortunately have to wrap this up.
Oh, wow. The next one, hopefully, traveling to the States, trying, to conquer the world, and I don't know. I
Spread your
reached
music.
Europe. Let's go to the
You
States
did,
now.
girl. You did. All right. Well, this is Inbar Witzman-Luca, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Keep your eyes out. Watch her. She has more music coming soon. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
All right, now all of the Eurovision contestants had the chance to travel around Israel and get to know the country before their big performances. And many of them were lucky enough to visit the city of Nazareth. Now, it's too bad they didn't get the chance to watch this next video, because I got the scoop from some locals on what you can't miss out on when you visit this historical city.
This is Nazareth, one of the most diverse and world-famous cities in Israel. It's known as the childhood home of Jesus, the Arab capital of Israel, and it's home to the largest Arab Christian community in all of the country. L'chaim.
These are my friends Ahmed and Muhammad.
نحن أخين ولدنا وجدلنا بنصرت.
And today they're going to show us how to experience Nazareth like real locals. Let's do this.
رمضان كريم، كل عام وانتم بخير.
Salam.
عليكم.
This is the home of Saif Eddin Zoabi, one of the first ever Arab Knesset members in Israel. Saif Eddin Zoabi הוא היה סבא שלכם ואבא שלך, נכון? את גדלת כל החיים שלך פה בבית הזה, ואת עדיין גרה פה.
כן.
ואתם באים לאכול.
בימי חייו היה הבית תמיד מלא אורחים, הבית פתוח.
כל יום את קמה כל בוקר שותה קפה,
כן.
וזה מה שאת רואה.
כן.
חיים טובים.
Today, tourists can only visit his home in arranged groups where they're treated to a hearty local meal. But if you're lucky, you can try knocking on the door to see if the former mayor's daughter will let you in for a look, and the chance to travel back in time.
זה הבית ב-1930.
איפה שאנחנו יושבים עכשיו, היו מלא אנשים מאוד חשובים, נכון?
שמעון פרס, גולדה מאיר, יצחק רבין.
גולדה מאיר.
יגאל אלון.
יגאל אלון.
סאדאת, אנואר סאדאת.
Sadat. Basically everybody you wanted to know in the beginning of the state of Israel all together. This is one of the first passports in the state of Israel. History in your hands. Now, it's time for some coffee. Plugs למה זה? לרמדאן?
זה לרמדאן, כן.
Wow. Nice to meet you. This is one of the oldest and most popular coffee shops in Nazareth. The smell here is inexplicable. Fahum Cafe has been around since 1957, over 60 years, and they serve fresh coffee made right on the spot. Perhaps one of their biggest secrets, which is now no longer a secret, is the fact that they add cardamom into the coffee before they package and then serve it. Wow. כמה אתה שותה ביום, אמרת?
6, 7, 10.
If I drink more than one of these, I am not going to bed tonight. This is the kind of break that you need in the middle of your day trip to Nazareth.
This is Academia de Moda Nazareth.
It is a very good thing that I am not behind one of these tables. I'm not cut out for this type of work. Too difficult for me. Fashion, don't get it. Now, not many people know this, but this is the only fashion school in all of Israel that teaches courses in Arabic. And get this, the founder and head designer actually won the TV show Project Runway Middle East last year. Just so you guys know, this isn't actually a tourist destination, but you can come here once a year to see a unique fashion show that's put on by the students and displays all of their incredible work. And there's a boutique next door where you can buy whatever you like. We're about to enter where all of the magic happens.
טוב, נטשה, זה המקום הכנפי הכי טעים בארץ.
Welcome to Heaven on Earth, otherwise known as El Mukhtar Sweets. This is where you come if you want to try the best knafe of your life. Knafe is one of the most popular desserts in Israel and the Arab world. It's essentially a noodle-like pastry that's layered with cheese and then covered with a sweet syrup, and it's awesome. תודה רבה, באמת זה היה ממש תודה.
בוא תעזור לחבר'ה. תחזיק את זה לבד.
All right, now this is an exciting story for all of you foodies out there. It looks like Israeli truffles may soon be making it to the market, and they're apparently so rare that they're worth more than uranium. Now, for the past several years, researchers at the Ramat HaNegev Desert Agriculture Center have been cultivating a unique dessert truffle that's known as Terfezia leonis fungus. The desert truffles were apparently a big hit among ancient Jewish communities in the region, who supposedly served them either boiled or salted in a lamb stew for the Passover Seder. So why haven't we heard much about this historical delicacy? Well, apparently, Israeli supplies are unstable when it comes to cultivating them. Most of the truffles found on the market today are found by Bedouins, who know how to track the fungus down. And last year, the market price for desert truffles reached $120 a pound. To put that into perspective, that's only slightly less than the cost of silver and 4 times that of uranium. And it looks like Israel is going to be making a lot of money from it now that researchers have decoded the intricate relationship between truffles and their host plants in the desert. Now, both truffles and their host plant require very little water, which makes the crop very cost effective. So we may be seeing the delicacy in local markets sooner than we can imagine. All right, it's time for our segment, What's Trending with Nittany Manson. Now, Nittany, tell us what is trending in Israel this week.
Natasha, everyone has Eurovision on the brain. That's all we've got.
But what is everybody talking about the most when it comes to the Eurovision here in
one
Israel?
of the big things that everyone is talking about is the postcards. Between each performance, each delegation has a few seconds of a video that they've shot throughout the time that they've been here.
And
in
that video
different locations.
Yeah, and those locations, though, have to be here in Israel, right?
Yes, we took 5. I chose my 5 favorite. First of all, Netherlands.
Look at this. Where is this? I've never been here. I'm going there.
Looking at it, you wouldn't really think this is Israel, but that's one of the great things about postcards.
It kind of looks like he's in the Scottish, Highlands or something. I don't know what's going on.
And look at them dancing. And that's another great thing about these postcards is that This year they did something different. Instead of just having the postcard, just having a little shot, they all had to do a dance number.
Whether or not they knew how to dance.
Yeah.
But don't worry, buddy, you know how to sing, so that's good. All right, what about the next country?
So the next one was Portugal. This one was at the Dead Sea. And I mean, look at these shots. It's amazing.
Can we discuss how did this happen? How did he get onto this salt island in the middle of the Dead Sea in that outfit without ruining it?
I'm sure it was helicopters.
No comment. Honestly, this is one of my favorite ones that I saw because it just, how did he do this?
It's just beautiful. It gets, you know, the Dead Sea, you know, floating in the Dead Sea, but you don't know that there's these great
These
salt
little
islands.
salt islands, yeah. All right.
Yeah. All right. So next we have Norway, which is down in the desert, south of Israel.
Right.
And it's beautiful. If you think about the Netherlands video and then this one, it's such a diverse
country, right? We go from green to the sandy
That's
brown.
right.
And you know what? I think the desert is probably the best place in Israel that you can film. There's just something so outstanding about the breadth. Look at these shots.
Yeah.
Look at these shots. This is my favorite place to go and take pictures. So good choice on Norway. I don't know if Norway even had a say in this, but I love this one.
I'm sure they did. They probably chose it.
You think so?
One of my favorites, actually, is the next one. They filmed it. It was Lithuania at Habonim. It's a skydiving shot. So talking about great shots, I mean, this aerial shot from the sky, him coming down and then going into this little dance number with his other skydiving buddies. It's just...
Well, and Habonim Beach is really a place that locals go. This is where you go if you want to sleep on the beach for a night with your friends. So look at him. Oh, I love it. All right. What about the next one? Because we're running low on time.
Last one, Russia. We have to talk
Russia.
about Russia. They did theirs in Jerusalem, which
the city of gold.
Exactly. It's the city of David in Jerusalem.
But they're doing parkour on the ancient sites. That might have been a little bit controversial in the beginning, but it does show a different side to the city.
It's a different side of the city. It's something a little more modern with this great historical city.
All right. Well, you know, I guess the reason this was my favorite thing to see throughout the Eurovision was just because of how versatile it shows that the state of Israel is. And it's kind of exciting to say, hey, I know that place. I've been there, you know, right before every performance. So, Nini, thank you for coming in and showing this to the world.
My pleasure.
What a pleasure. All right, my friends, that's it for today's episode of Insight to Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchak, and keep on smiling.